Hi guys, welcome to another awesome game that I'd never heard of. And whilst I think this is an awesome game, it's also a very difficult one. And that's Twinkle Tale, which was a Japanese exclusive on the Sega Megadrive, released in 1992. And so this game has an English translation, and that's the ROM that I've got playing here on my Mr. FPGA. And it also has quite a nice story, so it's good that you have that translation so you can see what's happening. So this game is a multi-directional run and gun shooter, and set in a kind of fantasy world. And so this intro here was basically the description of the creation of that fantasy world. So these three different lights that fight each other, and eventually their fighting creates a fourth light. There we go, as it says here. However, the conflict eventually produced a new light. So this white light appears, and here its strength far surpassed the strength of the others, and it desired harmony, not hostility. So this light kind of brings the others together, and it confines each of these lights into different stones. So you have the red stone, the ruby, the blue sapphire, the green emerald. And then the darkness becomes this black onyx, and the white one a diamond. So this is kind of the creation of the world where this game is set. So yeah, this world Alferion. So as I say, this game is a multi-directional shooter. It's a bit like Kiki Kai Kai or Pocky and Rocky that I featured in one of the SNES lookout videos that I did recently. And kind of similar to that, rather than it being a space shooter, it has this kind of fancy theme, which is quite nice. So this apprentice magician Saria, from her village, is basically an apprentice to this master magician Olaf, and yeah, she has to go see this fortune teller called Raza. She's this grumpy old woman in her little house. So yeah, there's a problem, and she's going to explain that basically this black wizard Gardu is trying to take over the world. So he's already got the green wizard Dola and the blue wizard Elan. And yeah, basically there is his monsters are attacking the character that you play, her master's castle. And so yeah, no one's able to stand in the way of this guy's power, unless you've got these items. And so you get these items, and these basically correspond to the weapons that you have in the shooter. So this gold bracelet shooting star, diamond arrow necklace, and this brooch, the silver comet. So yeah, now that you have these powers, you have the shots that in the game, and that's kind of the basis of the game. So yeah, you're the only one that can say them. There we go. So your first thing is to try and find your master Olaf. So yeah, so now the game will start. We've got these different levels in the land. So the first one is this Talon Plain. So in terms of controls, this uses a 3-button Mega Drive pad. I'm playing with an arcade stick here, given the kind of arcade nature of this being a run and gun. So the 3 buttons, the A button is your kind of bomb. So you've got a kind of magical weapon that you pick up. As pick up different bombs as you go along. The B button is fire, so that's the button I'm hammering here. And then the C button allows you to choose your weapon. So each of those weapons can be leveled up, and that's what we see on the right. So at the top, the first weapon is the one we've got here, which is the kind of spread shot. Did I take a hit there? No, not quite. Good dodging on my part. Yeah, you got each of those weapons, and as you pick up the kind of items that appear in the chests, these level up. So this spread shot we see leveled up to level 3, and it basically increases the spread on that. So this section now, if we change to the second weapon, this is a focused shot, and the third one is a homing weapon. So yeah, depending on the section, each of those weapons are kind of more useful. Generally, for the levels, the spread shot I find most useful, and then for some of the more powerful enemies, I use the focus shot. And for example, on the boss now, we'll go to the homing one, because here you kind of don't want to line yourself up with the boss that much, because he has this rush attack here. So for this boss, you kind of go from being multi-directional shooter to a kind of more vertical shmup type section. You're basically strafing. Let's use one of the bombs. So there we use the fire bomb with these three blasts that come up the screen. So yeah, we're just avoiding that rush attack, hitting it with the homing weapon. And yeah, like most games, I think the homing weapon is usually weaker than the others. So there we go, we killed the first boss. I played this a few times now, so I've kind of got used to this first level, kind of learned where the enemies are placed, because the game, certainly on a first play, is pretty difficult. So yeah, so you get to the Olaf's castle. So yeah, let's go and find out what's going on in the castle. I'm going to switch back to the spread shot. So yeah, now all of our weapons are upgraded. If you take a hit, I think the weapons, not only do you lose health, but the weapons get downgraded too. Let's change. Okay, so that's sort of a slightly more powerful character, but with the focus shot, it's quite easy to take it out. So yeah, I mentioned Kiki Kai Kai, Pocky and Rocky on the SNES, and yeah, there's lots of kind of similarities between that game and this, particularly the kind of fancy setting and the run and gun type game mechanic. And yeah, I really enjoyed that game. It's definitely a game I'll be playing some more of. Yeah, these guys are pretty annoying. I was struggling with them earlier. Yeah, again, this bit I've learned what to do. So it's nice that you can go into the rooms there and different sections like that. Oh, we missed there was another room there. Unfortunately, you can't kind of go back from where you've already been. And actually, I've scrubbed the screen up a bit here too, so I can't grab that upgrade. But fortunately, my weapons are already fully upgraded here. That's quite good. Managed to avoid the arrows that are coming at me. So you see I took a hit there, and we lost the maxed out spread shot. When it goes back to level 1, it basically just shoots in front of you, so it's really no different to the focus shot then. So this is the mid boss. Basically these gargoyle statues spin around you and they kind of attack you in the middle of the screen. So you just have to kind of dodge. And again, I'm using the homing missiles here to avoid having to worry too much about accurately hitting them. I might give them a bomb. I can still take damage when it's bombing, which is quite annoying because a lot. That's me dead. It's very annoying. Yeah, often the bombs will give you some level of immunity. And you see, because we've only got three slots in our health bar, you can lose those pretty quickly on difficult sections. So when you start, you get given a number of credits, and you can continue. But those continues take you back. I thought typically it took you back to the beginning of the level. There must have been a checkpoint that we hit, so we're not too far away from that. So let's just rush through. Okay, and the health there means we can take that back up. This life hasn't gone very well, has it? Okay, I'm just gonna, once these appear, I'm just gonna bomb them. Let them all appear, because the bomb should hit them all at once. All the bombs. These guys don't want to die, do they? It flipped me. Anyway, I think I'll probably wrap things up there because I think I've got a flavour of what this game's about. So yeah, this is Twinkle Tale. For anyone who doesn't speak Japanese, I'd recommend grabbing the English translation ROM so you can see the story. But if you like a run and gun multi-directional shooter like this, I think this is a good one. As I say, I hadn't heard of the game, Japanese exclusive. Well worth a look if you've got a way of playing Megadrive ROMs, whether that's emulation or a MiSTer, or a flash cartridge for original hardware. So yeah, I'll wrap things up there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with some more of these awesome games that I hadn't heard of.